Hello everyone, it's James from Keeping It Anime, and welcome to another We Never Learn manga chapter review. And today we'll be talking about chapter 106. Now this chapter, right off the bat, was just brilliant. Normally when I wake up, I tend to have my breakfast with an episode of an anime series. But instead I decided to change it up a little today, and that's where I read We Never Learn this morning. And it was possibly the best decision I could have ever made, because this chapter was so much fun and I enjoyed every panel when reading this particular chapter. And it's, to my knowledge, the first time we actually get a good amount of, I want to say screen time, but you know what I mean with a manga, with Yuiga's mother. And she, for me, in this chapter, absolutely steals it. She was absolutely perfect. I loved her character in this chapter, 100%. So let's backtrack a little bit. We start off where we left off last week's chapter, which was 105, with Miss Kirisu coming out of the shower in Yuiga's house. We get told that the reason as to why Miss Kirisu is in the shower is because Yuiga's younger sister accidentally threw some water or something liquid over her, not realising she was there. Basically, typical Yuiga style, you know, sister like brother, she basically panics, says sorry a lot, and rushes off to buy some underwear for Miss Kirisu because she apparently soaked it through. And told Miss Kirisu to go and have a shower. And after the explanation, we actually get Yuiga's mother appear inside the house, and she basically first of all goes, "Oh my son and an older woman half naked in a shower? Ooh, what's going on here?" You know, something along those lines. She has that typical reaction, and it was so funny because throughout this entire sort of segment of the chapter, Yuiga's just there casually brushing his teeth, like nothing out of the ordinary is happening. And then we find out, final confirmation, that Kirisu was actually a student of Yuiga's dad. And after finding out that Miss Kirisu is actually going to be teaching people how to figure skate, which ties into the couple of chapters we had a while ago with her in, so that's nice. We finally have the, one-on-one, well, not really one-on-one, I'll explain in a minute, of Yuiga telling his mother his career choice. And this scene, I had me in stitches. I was laughing so much in this sort of particular scene, because we've got Yuiga looking serious and wanting to tell his mother about the educational college that he wants to go to. He wants to become an educator. He wants to teach people. And on the other hand, we have his mother who's thinking, hold on a minute, due to this situation, you know, Miss Kirisu or being in the shower with Yuiga together, Miss Kirisu is now wearing Yuiga's clothes. She instantly jumps to marriage. So she's starting to panic and feeling like she's not ready yet. They need to leave school first, and it's wrong because, you know, it's teacher and student. So she's panicking while Yuiga's basically looking determined and, you know, trying to say that he needs to tell her this. And what makes this bit even funnier is that when she asks Miss Kirisu her opinion, Miss Kirisu just goes, "He's determined." And it's just, it makes Yuiga's mother go even more off the rails. But while all this is going on, we actually find out that Uraka, Fumino, Rizu, and Konami-sensei are actually listening in the other room, along with Yuiga's baby brother and sister. Because we find out beforehand that Uraka came back to give the notes back to Yuiga, and his little brother and sister say to Tomoko, basically, the teacher is in the house talking about impure and sort of bad stuff. I can't remember the word, it'll come to me in a minute. And Uraka, Tomoko, whatever you want to call her, she basically goes into overdrive mode in panic and texts everyone what's happening, saying that Yuiga might be expelled from school. And instantly everyone starts remembering their inappropriate experiences with Yuiga. Fumino with the sleeping in the hotel, Rizu with the kiss, and I think Koinami Sensei was the one where she was in bed with him in the hospital chapter a few chapters ago. But anyway, they're all listening in and they can't quite make out what's happening. But after the air is cleared, we actually have a very nice sort of scene between Yuiga's mother and Yuiga where she says, "I can only be happy as a parent if my children are happy." And that was lovely because she pulls out a cheque from a drawer that was meant to be the family's sort of emergency rainy day money and gives it to Yuiga to put towards his college so he doesn't have to overburden himself. And this is great because the theme throughout the last few chapters have been all about Yuiga overworking and, you know, kind of burning the candle at both ends. And this is a nice sort of resolution of that because his mother is accepting what he wants to do and she's happy that he's finally being selfish. Because Yuiga as a whole is not a selfish character. We've known that throughout the entirety of this series while reading it. I don't know, this scene was really great. And then we find out that all the girls bust through the next room. Yuiga's like, "What are you all doing there?" And it's like, "Oh, yeah, fine, cool." Really? They don't really have an excuse. And the comedy still continues with Yuiga's mother because she then goes, "Oh my. Even more brides to add to the picture." And then she imagines everybody. Tomoko, Furuhashi, Rizu, Koinami, and Miss Kirisu. She imagines all of them in a wedding dress and basically thinks, "Okay, who's going to have my son? But at least wait until after school." And then the last panel was also quite funny. We see Yuiga's other sister basically passed out because she's seen too many competitions because she's got a brother complex. You know, they love to play on that as a joke, and they had the whole typical soul falling out of the body gag when it comes to that type of comedy. It was really good. This chapter was tons of fun. Absolutely laughing all the way through, smile on my face after reading it, happily read it again, and I'll happily recommend for anyone to read this chapter. You might want to try and find out what's actually happening beforehand, before reading this chapter, but even if you don't, you can still probably get quite a lot of enjoyment from it. Overall, the message in this manga chapter, you know, it was simple but effective. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was more aimed towards the whole parent being happy because their student, their child is basically growing up and following his own path. And at the end of the day, that's what a parent wants to do. Well, I think so, because I'm not really a parent myself. So I don't know about that. But judging by this chapter, that's supposedly what they want. Anyway, I'm going to end this review here. It was a ton of fun reading this chapter. Highly recommend it for anyone. If I had to rate it, a solid 9 out of 10. Brilliant chapter. So, I understand that quite a lot of the content on this channel so far has been We Never Learn and Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part. However, I have got quite a few videos coming up. I've got top 10 videos, I've got manga to anime analysis videos, possibly, and light novel to anime videos. And a few more sort of interesting things, hopefully. Like, I want to continue the How Would I Change series on this channel. I've already done it for Sword Art, Aincrad Arc, and I'm hoping to do it for all the others, as well as other series. As well as a few more videos that give you my opinion and what I like more, because hopefully that can create some interaction and discussion down below in the comments. But for this video, this review, if you loved this chapter, if you've read it, and what you thought of it, let me know down in the comments. If you want to know anything about We Never Learn, ask away and I'll try and answer them if I can. Like, I'm not brilliant, but I know a fair amount. And yeah, other than that, guys, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me, and until next time, keep it anime.